The world calls them lone wolves, but that's a shallow label for a force that operates beyond the pack. They don't just break rules, they redefine the game entirely, leaving others scrambling to catch up. Their minds are sharper than blades, cutting through facades and predicting moves you haven't even considered. This is the Sigma male, and their danger lies in their quiet, unrelenting power. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where we strip away the noise to uncover the raw, unfiltered truth about what it means to live with unshakable independence and razor-sharp clarity. Today we're diving into 11 reasons why Sigma males are the most dangerous type. Men who don't just survive but dominate through intellect, resilience, and a stoic mastery of themselves and the world around them. Buckle up, because this isn't just a video. It's a blueprint for those who choose to walk their own path and own every step of it. 1. Unpredictable and highly intelligent. The Sigma male doesn't just think outside the box, he burns the box to ash and builds something entirely new. Rules, conventions, and expectations are mere suggestions to a mind that operates on a frequency most can't even detect. Their intelligence isn't the loud, showy kind. It's a quiet, lethal machine processing patterns, motivations, and outcomes at lightning speed. They see angles others miss, weaving through social and strategic mazes with an adaptability that feels almost supernatural. This unpredictability isn't reckless, it's a calculated dance where every step is deliberate, every pivot a checkmate. Imagine facing an opponent who shifts tactics the moment you think you've cracked their code. By the time you adjust, they've already rewritten the rules, leaving you grasping at shadows. Their strength lies in this fluid mastery, a mental agility that makes them impossible to corner and dangerous to underestimate. This intellectual edge is rooted in a stoic refusal to be swayed by emotion or external pressure. Sigmas don't react impulsively, they dissect, analyze, and act with precision, guided by a deep understanding of human nature and systems. Picture a chess grandmaster who anticipates not just your next move but your entire strategy, all while concealing their own. This is the Sigma's playground, where their unpredictability becomes a weapon, and their intelligence ensures they're always 3 steps ahead. To challenge them is to step into a game where the board shifts beneath your feet, and their calm, piercing gaze already knows your defeat is inevitable. 2. Great at spotting weaknesses. A Sigma's gaze is a spotlight that pierces through your carefully crafted armor. They don't just see you, they see through you, catching the flicker of doubt in your eyes, the subtle tremor in your voice, the hesitation you thought you hid. This isn't some mystical gift, it's the result of relentless observation, a mind trained to detect the tiniest fractures in any facade. They read body language like a code, picking up on micro-expressions and unspoken cues that betray your vulnerabilities. In a boardroom, a bar, or a battlefield, they're silently cataloging your weaknesses, not out of malice but as a natural instinct for survival and strategy. To a Sigma, every interaction is a map, and they've already marked the fault lines. This ability makes them formidable because they don't just notice, they weaponize what they see. A Sigma doesn't need to shout or intimidate, they hold their knowledge like a silent dagger, ready to strike with precision when the moment calls for it. Picture a negotiation where you think you're in control, only to realize later they steered the outcome by exploiting a single, overlooked insecurity. Their stoic discipline ensures they never reveal their hand, letting you believe your mask is intact while they've already seen the truth. This quiet, calculated awareness is what makes them dangerous, not because they seek to harm but because they know you better than you know yourself and they're always ready to act on it. 3. Master of disguise. Sigmas don't just blend into a crowd, they become the crowd, the room, the moment itself. Their ability to shift demeanor, tone, and energy to match any environment is a chameleon's dream, executed with surgical precision. This isn't about deceit, it's about survival, about preserving their autonomy in a world that demands conformity. They can be the charming conversationalist, the stoic observer, or the unassuming passerby, all while gathering intel and conserving their strength. This adaptability makes them ghosts in plain sight, moving through spaces without drawing attention, yet always in control of how they're perceived. You might think you've pegged them, but that's exactly what they wanted you to think. The danger lies in their invisibility. A Sigma's disguise isn't just a mask, it's a strategic tool, allowing them to navigate high-stakes situations without revealing their true intentions. Imagine a poker game where one player seems unremarkable, blending seamlessly with the table, yet every subtle gesture they make is a calculated move to tilt the odds. Their stoic restraint ensures they never overplay their hand, but when they strike, it's with devastating precision. This mastery of disguise makes them unpredictable and untouchable, a force that reshapes the game while you're still trying to figure out who they are. 4. Hidden complexity. Beneath the Sigma's calm, composed surface lies a labyrinth of thoughts so intricate it defies comprehension. They're not just thinking, they're simulating entire realities, weighing countless variables, and plotting moves with the precision of a master strategist. This hidden depth isn't for show, it's a private forge where their plans are hammered into shape, unseen by the world. Mistake their quiet for simplicity and you've already lost. Their mind is a storm of analysis, constantly processing, adapting and refining strategies that strike with the suddenness of a predator's lunge. You'll never see the full scope of their intentions until the moment they choose to reveal it. This complexity is their edge, rooted in a stoic commitment to self-mastery. They don't waste energy on trivial displays of ego. Every thought, every action serves a purpose. Picture a warrior who stands still while chaos swirls around him, not because he's frozen, but because he's already calculated the perfect moment to strike. When that moment comes, it's swift, precise, and devastating, leaving others stunned by the depth they never suspected. This hidden complexity makes Sigmas dangerous because you can't outmaneuver what you can't comprehend, and they thrive in that unseen space where their true power resides. 5. Silent observers and strategic thinkers. Silence is the Sigma's superpower, a vacuum that pulls in every detail while others fill the air with noise. They don't just listen, they see, absorbing the subtle shifts in posture, the unspoken tensions in a room, the invisible currents of power and weakness. This relentless observation isn't passive, it's the fuel for a strategic mind that maps outcomes before the game even begins. Every glance, every pause is data, fed into a mental engine that calculates probabilities and plans with cold precision. They don't react impulsively, they orchestrate, turning patience into a weapon that dismantles opponents who never saw the trap being set. This strategic edge is steeped in stoic clarity, a refusal to be swayed by fleeting emotions or distractions. While others scramble to respond, the Sigma is already steps ahead, their moves deliberate and their outcomes engineered. Imagine a general watching a battlefield from a hill, unnoticed, while his enemies exhaust themselves in chaos. When he strikes, it's not with fanfare but with devastating intent, reshaping the field in a single move. This quiet, calculated power makes Sigmas dangerous, not because they seek conflict but because they're always prepared to win it, with a precision that leaves others wondering how they ever lost control. Whether you're a Sigma carving your own path or someone trying to understand the enigma in your midst, know this: these traits aren't weaknesses, they're strengths forged in the fire of independence. Here at Sigma Male Community, we don't just celebrate the Sigma mindset, we decode it, offering you the tools to harness your own power or navigate the presence of one. Your silence is your strength, your unpredictability your freedom, your depth your shield. This is the Sigma Edge, a way of living that unsettles a world addicted to conformity. Embrace it. Master it. Let it guide you to a life of unshakable purpose. 6. Mastery in manipulating situations. Sigmas don't pull strings like cartoonish villains. They subtly shift the currents of reality itself. With a single word, a calculated pause, or a perfectly timed gesture, they steer conversations, diffuse tensions, or redirect outcomes without ever raising their voice. This isn't about control for control's sake, it's about creating an environment where their desired result feels inevitable. They read the room like a master conductor, adjusting their tone, their presence, even their silence to align the pieces exactly as they need. You might think you're leading the dance, but the Sigma has already choreographed every step, guiding you with a finesse so subtle you never feel the nudge. This mastery is grounded in stoic discipline, a refusal to let ego or emotion cloud their strategy. They don't force outcomes. They craft the conditions for those outcomes to emerge naturally, like a river carving its own path. Picture a high-stakes meeting where tensions flare, and one quiet figure shifts the entire dynamic with a single, perfectly placed comment. That's the Sigma's power, effortless, invisible, and absolute. Their danger lies in this ability to shape reality while remaining unseen, turning every interaction into a chessboard where they've already planned the checkmate. 7. Impressive ability for predicting actions. To a Sigma, human behavior is a puzzle with predictable pieces. Their relentless observation and deep understanding of motives allow them to anticipate your actions before you've even decided to make them. They see the patterns in your words, the tells in your body language, the hidden drives behind your choices. This isn't guesswork. It's a mental algorithm honed by years of watching and analyzing that lets them forecast outcomes with eerie accuracy. Whether it's a friend's betrayal or a rival's gambit, they've already run the simulation and prepared their response, leaving you stunned by their foresight. This predictive power, rooted in stoic self-awareness, makes them nearly untouchable. They don't just react to deception, they sidestep it, having seen its shadow long before it arrived. Imagine playing a game of cat and mouse, only to realize you're the mouse, and the cat has been waiting at every exit. Their danger lies in this clarity, this ability to turn the chaos of human interaction into a map they've already navigated. To cross a sigma is to step into a game where they've already seen the end, and they're ready to counter before you even move. Strong self-control. In a world where emotions drive chaos, the sigma stands as an unshakable fortress. They feel the same storms as anyone, anger, fear, passion, but they've mastered the art of channeling those forces without losing control. This isn't about suppressing emotion, it's about commanding it, ensuring every reaction serves their purpose. In conflict, while others lash out or falter, the sigma remains a pillar of calm, their mind clear, their decisions razor sharp. This self-control turns their opponent's volatility into a weapon against them, as every emotional outburst becomes an opening for the sigma's precise, calculated strike. This stoic mastery makes them dangerous because it gives them an edge no one else can match. Picture a heated argument where one man rages, losing focus, while the other stands unmoved, his calm a silent taunt. The sigma's restraint isn't just strength, it's a mirror that exposes your weaknesses, forcing you to confront your own lack of control. They don't need to raise their voice or flex their power. Their unshakable composure is enough to unravel anyone who dares to challenge them, leaving you exposed and them untouchable. 9. Forgiving yet unforgettable. A sigma's forgiveness is a paradox, a clean slate offered with one hand, while the other etches your betrayal into stone. They may let go of grudges, not out of weakness but from a stoic understanding that clinging to anger clouds judgment. But don't mistake this for forgetfulness. Every slight, every deception is catalogued with crystalline precision in their mental vault, not as a seed of revenge but as a lesson in self-preservation. They forgive to free themselves, but they remember to protect themselves, ensuring the same mistake is never repeated. This duality makes them dangerous because it lulls others into a false sense of security. You might think the past is buried, that their forgiveness means trust restored, but the sigma has already redrawn their boundaries, fortified their defenses. Picture a man who smiles and moves on after a betrayal, only to later sidestep your next move with chilling precision. Their memory is a silent weapon, informing every future interaction, ensuring they're never caught off guard again. To cross a sigma is to face a mind that forgives but never forgets, and that clarity is a force few can withstand. 10. Unwavering determination and resilience. For a sigma, a setback isn't a wall, it's a challenge to be dissected and conquered. Their determination burns with a cold, relentless intensity, fueled by a stoic refusal to accept defeat as final. Failure is just data, pain a signal to adapt, and every blow only sharpens their focus. They don't shout their resolve or flaunt their grit. They simply keep moving forward, there will an unbreakable thread woven through every obstacle. In a world that bends under pressure, their ability to rise, recalibrate, and advance makes them a force that outlasts and outsmarts. This resilience is what makes them dangerous, a quiet power that grows stronger with every hit. Picture a boxer who takes a brutal punch, only to stand taller, his eyes clearer, his strategy sharper. The sigma doesn't just endure, they evolve, turning adversity into fuel for their next move. In any long game, they're the ones still standing, their determination a silent promise that they'll outlast any opponent. To face a sigma is to confront a will that bends but never breaks, a mind that turns every challenge into a stepping stone to victory. 11. Fearless honesty and directness. In a world cloaked in half-truths and polite deceptions, the sigma's honesty cuts like a blade through fog. They speak with a clarity that's both liberating and terrifying, delivering truth without fluff or apology. This isn't about cruelty, it's a stoic commitment to reality, a refusal to dilute facts for the sake of comfort. Their words strip away illusions, forcing accountability and exposing weaknesses others try to hide. To stand before a Sigma's honesty is to face a mirror that reflects your flaws with brutal precision, leaving no room for denial. This directness is their ultimate weapon, a force that dismantles facades and reshapes dynamics. Picture a room where everyone dances around the truth, and one voice cuts through, stating the unspoken with unshakable calm. That's the Sigma, unafraid of consequences, unyielding in their authenticity. Their danger lies in this fearless clarity, a power that challenges the weak, inspires the strong and leaves no one unchanged. To engage with a Sigma is to confront a truth you can't ignore, delivered with a force that demands respect and commands attention. What makes a Sigma male dangerous? It's not aggression or malice, it's the unrelenting power of a mind that sees deeper, thinks sharper, and moves with unshakable purpose. At Sigma Male Community, we're not here to glorify chaos but to ignite the spark of self-mastery, resilience, and fearless authenticity in every man who dares to walk his own path. These 11 traits aren't just a list, they're a call to action, a challenge to harness your own Sigma edge and live with the clarity and strength the world can't contain. If this video struck a chord, hit that like button to fuel the fire, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and share this with the men in your life who need to hear it. If you're already subscribed, turn on that notification bell to stay locked into the wisdom we drop every week. Reflect on these lessons, apply them, and join us on this journey to becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Sigma Male Community is your guide. Let's keep carving the path together.